As he gets ready for the enormous confrontation with Canelo, Terence Crawford is exerting every ounce of his might. The intensity of his training camp has taken on a life of its own, evoking analogies to historical stories. The way Crawford works hard in camp was so impressive that even Joe Rogan was in awe. According to him, his training camps were legendary. He would occasionally spare 100 rounds per week, which is absolutely crazy. Fans think Crawford is actually built differently because of that kind of preparation. Every round is a war, not just a drill, preparing for the most difficult exam of a professional life. Crawford is aware that he cannot defeat a larger, more powerful Canelo. Give yourself any opportunity to be weak. This isn't your typical brawl. There's a legacy at stake. The stakes are pound for pound supremacy. Crawford is entering the ring with this level of training like a guy on a purpose that nobody can dispute. Such a claim from someone who has witnessed every legend come and go is uncommon. Joe Rogan's remarks further heighten the excitement around this bout,
which I think is really interesting. The Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting. Fascinating.
Because how does Crawford compete with that size? Crawford is leapfrogging. He goes to super middleweight.
47 to 54 and now to 68.
And the Madrimov fight in 54 is a difficult fight.
Yeah. So who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford?
Crawford has always enjoyed disproving others, and this battle with Canelo is no different. He will have the opportunity to use his own style against one of this generation's most dominant champions. This moment is so captivating because it involves a conflict between pride and legacy in addition to a test of talents. Canelo brings years of expertise and sheer power to the ring. Crawford, however, contributes insight, accuracy, and an insatiable desire. When the two do clash, it won't be another altercation. It will go down in boxing history as a pivotal moment. Joe Rogan was candid in his description about Crawford's skill in the ring. His remarks demonstrate how uncommon Crawford's skill set is in reality. Crawford, he's good, he said. He is incredibly talented. He's quite cunning. This is more than just lip service. A boxer who establishes the ring as his own area is acknowledged. Crawford had become a nightmare for everyone across from him because of his ability to manage distance, time his shots, and annoy opponents. Every technique appears effortless, but the incredibly precise execution behind it makes even the best fighters question their skills. He traps opponents in a manner akin to a chess master planning 5 moves ahead. That's what divides Crawford. He dismantles rather than merely fights. Rogan didn't stop there either. He identified one skill that makes preparing for Crawford nearly impossible. He's the best guy in the sport at switch hitting, he said. He is equally skilled at tripping you up when switching from a southpaw to an orthodox. Only a select few fighters throughout history were able to change stances at will without losing power or precision. Crawford makes it appear effortless, leaving opponents perplexed and hesitant all the time. You believe you have him figured out one moment, and then he abruptly alters his rhythm and angles. His ability to be unpredictable offers him an advantage over larger, more formidable opponents. When the altercation, this weapon might be the one that tips the scales in Crawford's favor when Canelo arrives. Additionally, Crawford has the support of more than just analysts and commentators. He is also receiving support from voices outside the boxing community.
Terence Crawford is no joke, though.
I would bet Terence Crawford in the fight.
So you would bet on Terence Crawford?
Yeah.
Why?
He never lost. Mayweather beat Canelo real easy. And I don't think Terence Crawford...
Mayweather beat Canelo way early on. Way early on.
But
plus, it's Mayweather.
Listen, Law is Mayweather. He a cheat code. But I think if anybody can beat Canelo, it's Terence Crawford. I'm not betting against somebody that never lost. You know what I mean? Now, if Terence Crawford take his punches...
This matchup is made more intriguing by Ashino's selection. There's more to betting on Crawford than simply supporting the underdog. It's having faith that he can outsmart and outmaneuver Canelo when it counts most. It takes more than just strength and speed to win this battle. It all comes down to who can exert their will and adjust under duress. Breaking expectations has been the cornerstone of Crawford's career. Now, everyone is watching to see if he can surprise everyone once more. This kind of forecast just heightens the suspense. Turn the bout into an occasion that will go down in boxing history, rather than just a battle. The fact that a renowned boxer like Laurent Richards is discussing this bout further strengthens the argument. Would he capture the enthusiasm for what might turn out to be one of the most significant battles of our century?
Just mentioned Crawford, Canelo, what a great fight that is. And Crawford's one of my favorite fighters, one of my favorite boxers. So, you know, it's going to be a very intriguing fight, and I'm looking forward to watching it.
It serves as a reminder to fans that this fight is more than just hype when a professional like Richards draws attention to it. History is being written. Due to the unpredictability nature of both men's contributions, the clash is exciting. It's an opportunity for Crawford to solidify his pound-for-pound dominance. With commentators applauding the fight, Canelo wants to demonstrate that he can defeat yet another formidable opponent. The scene is set for an exciting evening where fans will be on the edge of their seats at every turn. When the discussion turns to size, Laurent Richards made apparent where he stands. He reminded everyone that excellence is not determined solely by one's weight.
Look, you look at the likes of Usyk, you know, people will say size is a big factor. And Usyk's not the biggest heavyweight. You know, he's beat Fury, he's beat Dubois, he's beat Joshua. He's beat some big guys, and, you know, end of the day, it's about skills, and, you know, skills pay the bills.
Using Usyk and Richards as examples, they highlight the fact that talent may triumph over physical might. As Crawford gets ready to take on Canelo, the message is one that resonates well in his favor. Crawford's career has been based on timing, accuracy, and ring IQ, skills that can offset physical limitations. The notion that Crawford's craft has potential to shock the world gains additional assurance from Richards' point of view. And that belief only heightens attention of what might happen on fight night as the fight gets closer. In addition to Terence Crawford getting ready for this momentous fight, Canelo Álvarez additionally pursuing every possibility with Jaron boots and sparring beside him. There's been a lot of discussion in the boxing community, and experts like Jose Ben Sr. are sharing their passionate ideas. Benavidez Sr. emphasized how Canelo might benefit from this daring action. He mentioned the potential mental advantage it could provide.
Well, I think it's a great thing, you know, to give Canelo maybe a little bit more confidence that he is sparring somebody really good, and it's a really good fighter. And I think that would be a good motivation, you know, for Canelo Álvarez.
Having someone like Boots in camp means more to Canelo than just getting ready. It boosts self-confidence. In addition to honing his talents, sparring with a cunning and dangerous opponent sharpens his thinking before the fight. It helps him stay focused and remind himself that he can compete with the best. But Nev Sr. clarifies that this goes beyond simple instruction. It's inspiration. When the lights are at their brightest, that edge could be quite important. Ben Sr., however, explained why this battle is hard from straightforward even as he acknowledged its advantages. He provided a thorough analysis of Crawford's prospects.
I just think that Crawford is too small for Canelo. I think Canelo's too big for Crawford. But in my opinion, I think if Crawford could maybe just tap, hook, get out, maybe once in a while throw a straight punch and just win by points and use his legs, I think I see him winning by decision. But if he tries to exchange with Canelo Álvarez, I think he's going to make a mistake and he's going to get hit with one shot and maybe he can get hurt, and that would change the whole fight, you know. But I think he's faster. Crawford is faster, and he throws a little bit more volume of punches and combinations. But I think keep it very basic, I think, you know, jab, hook, get out, a straight punch, get out, you know. Don't stay there to throw or try to trade with Canelo Álvarez.
His perspective highlights the matchup's precarious balance. On the one hand, if Crawford decides to trade blows, Canelo's stature might be too much. Conversely, Crawford has a genuine route to success thanks to his mobility, volume, and quickness. Benavidez Sr. clarified that Crawford can win a fight if he stays true to his fundamentals, jabs, moves, lands fast shots, and exits. But Canelo's strength may quickly turn the bout around with one slip-up or one too many exchanges. The fight is made even more exciting by that extremely close margin. Senior Benz asked why footwear were being brought into Canelo's camp and what the purpose was. His remarks caused several people to wonder what they actually meant.
You know, it's very difficult to say. He's never brought anybody really good to his camp until this time. Maybe he's lacking enough of confidence. or maybe he just wants to use them to trick the people. Or, I mean, it's very awkward and very funny that he brought Ennis to his camp, you know. So, but at the end of the day, they know what they're doing, you know, and we got to respect that. And I think if he would have brought him or not bring him, you know, I think it would have been the same thing.
He claimed that this action might be a reflection of Canelo's mentality, possibly manipulating the public or seeking confidence. For whatever reason, it gives Canelo's camp a level of mystique that has never been seen before. Is it psychology, strategy, or both? In any case, Ben Sr. clarifies one point. Canelo's squad is well prepared, and their unpredictable play further heightens the tension of an already intense game. Andre Rozier started off by keeping things straightforward and highlighting the benefits of Canelo's sparring sessions. Basics speak louder than words sometimes. That will be good work, he said. Canelo did a good job boxing. Rozier's brief but incisive images that capture the spirit of the sparring. It's not only gym routines. Canelo is prepared for the skill and slickness he will encounter in Crawford by this elite work. Every moment spent with someone like Boots exposes gaps and sharpens tools. These rounds are difficult, which is precisely why they are significant. This type of labor, in Rozier's opinion, demonstrates that Canelo is taking no chances. He went on to elaborate, describing how Canelo's preparation for Crawford is directly aided by Ennis's distinct style.
I would think it would be because he's ambidextrous, as is Crawford, so it can do nothing but help him. And he has Yolendis Hernandez also helping, another fighter who is ambidextrous, so it helps. And we just want to see him do what he has to do, because this is a great fight.
Rozier demonstrated how Canelo is being forced to adjust in real time, just like he would have to versus Crawford, by highlighting Andis' ambidextrous abilities. It involves teaching the body and mind to anticipate the unexpected. The excitement for fight night is increased by each stance change and unexpected angle during sparring. Rozier emphasized that this isn't your typical camp work. Once the bell sounds, that edge in the specific preparation could make all the difference. Rozier then talked about the apparent size. He made it very evident that Canelo's weight advantage is inherent.
I think I'm always under the direction of the bigger, better man. And Canelo's the bigger guy in this fight, per se. He's been at that weight for some time. And Crawford is my guy. It's just 2 weight classes and everything else. It's going to be tough. But if anybody can bring some energy to this, it'll be Crawford.
Given that Canelo has spent years in this weight class, he still believes that being the bigger man is important. However, Rozier did not rule out Crawford. He pointed out that Crawford added an element of unpredictability to the battle with his intelligence, movement, and intensity. That is the reason the matchup is so intriguing. Power versus accuracy, size versus talent. Rozier said that Crawford has the means to keep it engaging despite the weight disparity. Rozier reiterated why Canelo's camp move was so clever, describing the choice to bring Boots in as shrewd.
Astute move to bring someone who switches from lefty to righty. Big, strong young man, very fast, capable punching power. It's going to be a help. It'll be a help.
Rozier highlighted Andis' strength, speed, and ability to adjust positions as Canelo's final test. Fighting against a fighter with that level of skill guarantees that Canelo is challenged in each and every round. It compels him to adapt, maintain his composure, and get ready for the mayhem Crawford may cause. This is steel sharpening steel, in Rozier's opinion, and Canelo may use that preparation as a secret advantage when it comes time for bout. Sean Porter provided a candid analysis on the true significance of Boots' presence in Canelo's camp. He emphasized that how the work is done is just as important as who you bring in.
Did you see that he got Bruce Ennis in training?
Means nothing.
No, listen to me.
It means nothing.
It means nothing.
It means nothing.
Unless you know how Boots train.
Yeah.
Boots.
Is he gonna do 6 weeks with him?
No, not 6 weeks, because I know he just got there. So he's probably gonna do like another week with them.
Okay.
Which, you know, at the end of the day, if you're getting 3 sparring sessions in. So if you're roughly getting 4 to 6 sparring sessions in with the boost Ennis that's going 80 to 90%, might even be going 100% because and I gotta represent and all this other stuff.
Porter's perspective highlights the distinction between superficial hype and preparation reality. Additionally, sparring with boots is not an easy solution. It is only beneficial if the sessions are regular and rigorous. Weeks of regular practice won't be enough to push Canelo as hard as a few rounds with someone so skilled. Every transaction necessitates modifications. Every error serves as a teaching moment. Porter's observation therefore adds weight. When the battle starts, this maneuver might seem insignificant, but it could have a significant impact. He continued after that. Porter acknowledged that this maneuver caused him to raise his eyebrows and change his perspective on the battle.
But no, I mean, that's excellent work, you know, and it causes, I always say this, when you're training for a championship fight, you need something that's going to raise your level. You never know exactly what it is. It could be running in the mountain. It could be, you know, a specific sparring partner that you have. And I personally think that this move right here got me a little concerned about my boy, because this dude right here is the goods, has the ability to do a lot of what Canelo's gonna see on fight night, and all he needs is a couple of reps of seeing it. And you know, it's not often you can find someone who can duplicate.
By referring to it as outstanding effort, Porter admitted that finding a sparring partner who can mimic Crawford's approach is uncommon. Canelo gets a preview of what to expect from being in the spotlight from boots: quickness, slickness, and unpredictable nature. Even if the repetitions are brief, they are essential for Canelo's innate preparation. It says it all that Porter sounded worried. This sparring isn't your usual kind. It's a calculated move. Canelo might enter the ring more sharply than ever before with that edge. The notion that this was merely for show was rejected by Sean Porter. He clarified that the intensity had to increase right away as soon as Canelo sensed what Boots brought.
There's no way he's just bringing him in for the cameras. There's no way. You brought him in. You might have wanted to bring him in for the cameras. A round and a half, and you gonna realize, like, oh, let me really turn it up for this young lion, because this dude act like he ain't got no sense. He in here trying to hit me with everything. He's switching. He moving every which way. He's giving Canelo a fantastic look ahead of this fight. Yeah, give him a fantastic look.
The reality of clashing with someone like Boots was encapsulated in Porter's words. When he enters the ring, there is no light work. He uses speed, angles, and constant pressure to push you. Canelo is therefore unable to approach these sessions as regular practice. Even at the gym, he must dig in and fight back. A champion must remain sharp as a result of this kind of preparation. And if that advantage persists, it might influence the outcome of the fight. Porter then addressed the skeptics who minimize this battle because of the size disparity, looking at the wider picture.
Again, I know there's a lot of people that think this is a money grab and thinking that Canelo's taking, you know, a lighter fight. And I know there's a lot of different narratives that have been said about a 147-pound guy going up to 168 pounds. He's taller than Canelo. He's also a natural 170, 75, 180-pound man. I know that because I was a natural 170, 175-pound man going down to 147. You know what I mean? Like, I had to do what I had to do. You know what I mean? So, you know, all in all, man, it's getting better.
He reminded supporters that Crawford is a large man who has reduced weight throughout his career and isn't just a welterweight making the move up. That alters the way that people ought to perceive the matchup. A tiny individual daring to be great isn't enough. A proficient fighter enters a weight class that is appropriate for his body. Porter's viewpoint changes the course of events and gives Crawford's prospects more credibility. Porter made a connection between the two camps by drawing a comparison between Canelo's choice to wear boots to sparring and what he recently witnessed with Crawford.
You know, me being in Kent with Crawford last week or 2 weeks ago and getting the opportunity to see him, I'm like, okay, wow. You know, then this pops up about Canelo having boots in the camp. I said, yo, this is getting better.
Yeah, this is real.
And these guys are putting themselves in a position. I talked about the essence when we started this show. They're putting themselves in a position to really pour out that essence that we love so much, and we're going to get a good dose of it in just a couple weeks.
Porter had a better understanding of Crawford's readiness and sharpness after seeing him up close. He then realized that both sides are improving their game after learning that Canelo had added boots to his camp. There is no place for excuses from either man. Both of them are getting ready for battle. Porter presented it as boxing's core. When two outstanding boxers sacrifice everything for their legacy, it's a unique occasion. This type of arrangement ensures that there will be pyrotechnics when the bell rings. It appears that this bout will be among the most surprising in modern boxing history. Canelo possesses a strength, stature, and experience. Crawford is hungry, bright, and skilled enough to shock the world. The outcome of this battle feels like it might go either way in a single dramatic moment, which is what makes it so exciting. What are your thoughts? Will Crawford's abilities make the difference, or will Canelo's strength be too much? Please share your opinions in the space provided for comments below. Your opinion would be greatly appreciated. Additionally, remember to subscribe to our channel and watch for more videos similar to this one. The intensity of the journey leading up to this fight is only increasing.